Welcome to another video, Body Connection, and today we are breaking down 7 patterns that every human should do. And these 7 patterns are simply the foundation of almost every exercise and every movement that we do in our daily life. And if we train them regularly, we are developing the strength, mobility, coordination, and resilience. And these 7 patterns are the squat, the hinge, push, pull, carry, rotation, and locomotion. And now let's break them down. We have the third pattern, that is the pushing pattern. This is one of the most powerful and that all the men likes when it comes to pushing, because this is your upper body strength. Pushing movements build the strength in your chest, in your shoulders, and in your triceps, while also stabilizing your core in the same time. When it comes to beginner, we have the first one, that is going to be the wall push-up. If you're somebody who never did a push-up, it's really difficult for you to go on the floor. This is why you need some assistance. This is how it's going to look from the side. If I will simply go on the wall, I will bring my feet upwards so that I slowly have my legs up and then slowly go into push-up and then press all the way up. I want to show you from the side how it looks like. I want to raise my hands and put my hands in the front. Keep my palms all the way open, and then simply my elbow's going to go in 45 degrees. And I'm going to push the floor or the wall away. That's the whole secret. One clue, when I go down, I really want to control the movement. So slowly, you see, I decide how much I want to go down and then push 2, 3, and complete. This is for somebody who is a completely beginner. Exercise number 2 is simply going to be using the inclined surface so that you can build up. Incline surface, again, same thing. We're gonna go with our hands wide. We're gonna bring our legs up. We're gonna engage our core, push the scapula, stabilize the scapula down, leaning forward, pushing 2, 3, completing the move, all the way down, completing the move. Again, slowly build up all the progression that you have, and then once you're able, pass to the harder one. And then number 3, we're gonna go into a knee push-up, and I also like to add the negative push-up. So this is how it's gonna look from the side. I'm gonna slightly put this on the side so that you can see better. I'm going on the floor. Once I'm on the floor, I will do the same thing. If I will do on the knees, I'm sending my hands shoulder width apart, even a little bit wider. Okay, once I'm there, I wanna bring my knees with me. Again, I protract the scapula, stabilize the scapula, go all the way down, push 2, 3, all the way down, push 2, 3. Very important. Once when you can do that, try to also go into the full position, but only negative. Negative, come on the side, place your legs, complete the move. Only negative, come on the side, place your legs, complete the move. This will be your first beginner progressions. Once you know that and you're already intermediate, you can go with the floor push-ups, or with the push-ups actually. Now, beautiful thing about push-ups, especially with the body weight, there is so much that you can play. You can do a regular floor push-up. You can do with the legs, so doing a decline push-up for the upper chest. You can use the parallel, so you can go, instead of only here, you can go much deeper to stretch your shoulder and your chest. So push-up is a very powerful move. You can play with many variations. You can do wide push-up, you can do a closer push-up, you can do it supinated, as much as you prefer to play. After that, we're going to overhead press, because we have something very important. We have horizontal way of pushing, and we also have a vertical way of pushing. And also the dips are also part of the vertical. So we have dip and all the overhead press. So the second movement is gonna be in the intermediate, the overhead press. Now there are 2 different movements when it comes to overhead. One, we can do it a calisthenics way, when you more train for the handstand push-ups and advanced movements. It means my elbows are going forward and my hands are in same position aligned. So it means from here, I'm gonna engage my core, I'm gonna press all the way, I'm gonna complete the move, bring it all the way forward, and my body is all the way in hollow body position. This is more for calisthenics, what is gonna be really good if you wanna build a calisthenics way. Otherwise, we can use the more generic and more way when it comes to simply building the shoulder muscles, and it means standing to this position, elbows are slightly forward, come all the way up, and then come down, the shoulder press. Once when you have this and we complete, then we go into the dips. We say that we have, when we go overhead, this is a vertical way of pushing, but also dips are the vertical way of pushing. We can use the bench and we can simply do it on the bar. So I'm going to show you the hardest variation on the bar, when I'm simply placing the bar in the front. Now, once when I'm here, I simply want to deep press the shoulders, engage my rib cage, go all the way down, stretch as much as I can, press, 2, 3, complete the move. All the way down, stretch the shoulder, up and complete the move. Dips are very powerful. Dips are actually like a squats for your upper body when it comes to body weight. There is so much you can build the chest. Obviously by leaning more forward, the chest is gonna be more engaged. And again here, like every other movement, there is so much way for you that you can progress, you can add external weight. Now when it comes to horizontal, right, like a push-up, if you're somebody who train obviously more into a bodybuilding strength style and use barbells or use dumbbells, then you have the bench press, or you even have a dumbbell press when it comes to simply laying down on the bench. Obviously different way of pressing, but more or less it works the same. Now that we have this, we're gonna go into advanced version. So the advanced version, when it comes to overhead press, okay, or vertical push, we have two different ways. If I will do something that is a little bit more, let's say, gym style, I will go with the barbell. I will go with the barbell when I can simply add a lot of weight and do the overhead press. But if I'm somebody who work more on calisthenics and body weight and I want to master my body, I will go with handstand push-ups. Now obviously this is a little bit more advanced. When it comes to handstand push-up, you can go with pie push-up, you can do a little bit more harder variation. But to do that, obviously, what you have to do, let's take the parallels. It's simply once you're in the handstand. Now we didn't even warm up for this, but once when I'm in the handstand, and I will go all the way on this side. See, I need to go down, push, and then be able to complete the move. Now I will say around 80 kilograms. So you see the difference. If I will use the barbell, we have 20 kilos. Obviously, I can be much stronger, but I have to slowly progress up. This is a little bit more advanced, obviously, because you have to deal with the balance, and you have to. You see now why I'm using this type of grip. And then this will be obviously the first step. For somebody who is building the movement, obviously you go into a pike push-up when you simply all the way lean, press, all the way and slightly build. Once you become a little bit more advanced, you slightly put your legs up. Once you become more advanced, you're gonna simply slide on the wall, and then the final result obviously will be the handstand push-up. Now, when it comes to mastering, obviously, then the combination and doing more, and then we can also do the bench press. It means that we start adding much more load, simply laying on the bench, using the barbell and going very heavy, or using incline bench and using dumbbells that can help us. If I only use the bar, I'm pretty limited, but if I use the dumbbells, I can stretch and go much more. This is the horizontal way. Now, in calisthenics, we also have another powerful move. There is something a little bit too complicated, obviously, because you have to be a higher level athlete, but it's a combination of both. This is why it's very powerful that every time you train the pushing movements, remember, you have horizontal push and you have vertical push, and this can also be the dips. And obviously you need to understand your progression. Now, I'm not so much warm up for this, but I'm gonna try anyway. And the combination of all of this, when I master, obviously this is much more advanced, when I master will be the 90-degree handstand push-up in calisthenics, obviously. Now, let's see if we can pull this up. Technically here is a combination of going into a handstand. Try one more time. I don't know if you pay attention what I did. Obviously the pressure is a lot when it comes to the movement, but now I combine both movements. I was in a vertical position, I leaned forward, technically this was the movement, Then I transition from this all the way to the waistline, putting my body into horizontal position, bring it back again into vertical, pushing again from my shoulders and coming all the way up. Now obviously this is more advanced, but it was just to show you how much we can play when we master different movements. Obviously if you're somebody who don't do calisthenics, this is useless obviously, but it's very powerful to show you how much you can do with your own body weight. Very important when it comes to pushing movement, you simply want to create the tension through your body all the time in every movement that you do, and simply remember to push the floor away from you. That's it. Let's see now the next one.